started, right?
First and foremost, we like to give all praises and glory unto the Heavenly Father,
Yahweh,
Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Rakadash. I like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of great mercy and well, who teach us the truth through the Spirit and power, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai. Peace and salutation to the Akim, them who pushing the gospel in sincerity and truth, baby brothers from Trinidad camp. Saying a shalom. You know, and title this lesson, The End of Esau Kingdom. You know, we seeing, you know, the time close. We seeing, you know, he getting weak. You know, he getting beaten. You know, come like, you know, that word, you know, is like that sledgehammer. Just weakening the foundation. Just slamming that foundation and cracking it. Right? We hitting that right spot. Right? Once you hit that right spot in that foundation, it just collapse. Everything will collapse. Once you hit that right spot. Right? And again it in that right spot. So we see it. You know, he being exposed. You know, he making it being revealed. You know. Soon the Lord about to, you know, to eradicate him. You know, you're gonna perish forever. Because that is the latter end. That the houses perish forever. That they die. You know. Get it? This precept again, Isaiah 14 and start at verse 5.
It's the book of Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 5. Yahweh had broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth.
Yes, oh. He that smote the people in wrath. Right? Even deal with the other nations too. Right? So guess what? These nations, they ain't forgetting. You know what the so-called white man did? Right? They gonna come and they gonna come. And they are Tesai too. Right? They get Revelation 11 and 18. But he did smote the people in wrath.
Revelations 11 and verse 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
Yeah, destroy them will destroy the earth. Esau will destroying the earth. With the wickedness. We've seen it today. Esau against life. You know? This is how wicked this man is. You know? He against life. Right? He against life of his own people, right? Right? People say, you know, he that is evil to himself, who he going and be good to? This man evil to his own self, his own kind. Right? They don't call this man, isn't it?
Even when they fighting each other, you know, they just use chemical warfare. And the fact that they ain't even trying to just kill you, them trying to destroy your whole side, because with chemical warfare, like with radiation and things, if you get affected by that, if you try to make children, your children will come out autistic, they will come out deaf, they will come out blind, you know, because it is literally damage your DNA. You understand? And that just shows Esau have no limit to how dirty and how low he would go. You understand? It's not just about destroying you. You know? Because it had points where they, you know, they will try to ban chemical warfare and things, but that's not happening. You understand? They will literally fight you in every possible way. Because it's not just about taking a gun and shooting anymore. They was, you know, it had that way. They poisoning the food. They're poisoning the water, the air, the animals, the wisdom of this world, in every aspect of life. Esau poisoning it.
And you know, he poisoning your mind, you oppressing your mind. People say, you know, oppression make it a wise man mad. Right? Esau inventing these suicide capsules. We could go in and commit suicide, painless. Right? So you could reach to the point, you know, oppression, you know, this man oppressing you and you frustrated, you don't know what to do, better you take your life. Right? You have an easier way. Come by me, I could do it for you. Legally. Nothing will come about that, you know? They can do that. You know, take care of your own life. Come.
The scripture says too, you show Esau against the Bible, the scripture says seek not death in the era of your life. So that whole suicide thing, you know, as something go wrong, a man ready to commit suicide. You ain't supposed to do that. You know, you're supposed to, as I say, seek not death. Seek another way. Which Jake's supposed to seek your about Shem Yahushai. You know, because I really the only way for them to get out of the situation they in. You know, but no. It have Esau, it has certain parts where you had to pay. You could go to the hospital and pay them to kill him.
That's medically assisted
You know?
suicide.
Imagine you paying a man to kill you, you know, and nobody you seeing anything wrong with that. Right? That they say, you know what, you're going to die, might as well make a profit here. Might as well make some that's offer you here. So you gotta pay me now, and we can kill you. That is what society has become.
I can add to what you say here now. I came across some information about a year or so ago. Now this is information from the dark web, but it was proven true. To show you how sick Edomites are. There are Edomites who have fantasies about watching people devour their literal flesh. A man who had a fantasy about somebody cannibalizing him, literally, cooking his body parts and eating it for him to see, he have a fantasy about that. He gets somebody willing to do it. Watch the man cut up the parts, cook it, eat it, and the man on the table, they missing parts, and he going off on this shit, boy. Let me be real. Are people who capable of such depravity, you think them should be in charge of the affairs of the world? Now we could obviously see that this person, this is a sick son of a bitch. But what about the Edomites who have similar practices? Who doing similar atrocious things? We have Edomites who eat and consuming children. Our people during slavery was consumed like delicacies. You know, this is truly a profane and an evil person who against life, who against everything, and his sole purpose not only to destroy us, but to eradicate, to exterminate our existence. Because remember, there's a scripture talk about when one basically one get rid is like 1,000 rise up in place or something. So I know it have a precept in the Bible pertaining to that. Because that's how Jake's multiplied. And they heard the records during slavery that, hey, we killed 10. And it's like 100 spring up in place. These people breeding like roaches.
The more they oppress them, the more they multiply.
Multiply. I think that's the precept. God. That's why they come up with Planned Parenthood. And it's still one of the greatest tools. And the abortion clinics. Look at how much murder Jake's committing on a daily. Them set up this temple at death. No longer they're forcing you to go into it. You know. They glamorize it to the point where you're walking in your damn self and murdering your children, murdering your people.
And I watch Jake. She said she was telling her man how she went into the clinic and
Listen, is that song you talking about that wicked?
No. She watched them yank the fetus out of she, and she didn't care, and she would continue to do it over and over again, and it's crazy because imagine boasting about killing your own children. You understand? That's how far Esau evil spread. You understand? Because it's Esau spirit. That's what it needs right now. The spirit of Abashim is here, but not among everybody. The majority of people moving off of Esau vibration. So you go hear Jake saying them evil thing, man.
They devouring their own children, as the scripture says.
Yeah, some of these women already turn aside after Satan. You know, there's Esau lovers. You know, as people say, you know, it's silly women laden with iniquity. Laden with wickedness.
It have a song glorifying abortion. With the woman saying that how she glad she go and she throw away the baby and all that. It have a song, a big rap. The apostle from South Carolina did a a lesson on it with the woman singing about abortion, glamorizing abortion.
Like Suki Hana, but she ain't sex. It's either Suki Hana or sexy. One of them.
One out of them two,
One of them.
to sing about abortion. It real disgusting.
One of them.
They when the wicked in authority. They the kind of vibration you get. Right? When wickedness in authority. You know, and the world is given into the hands of the wicked. You know? So they're doing wickedness. Right? You get Joel 3 and 9. Get them.
This is Joel chapter 3, verses 9 and 10. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up.
Yeah, we see that today. We see in the we hearing the rumors of war. Look what's happening right now. You know, with Russia and America. Right? Asia, all these places, we hearing the rumors of war. They're preparing. Right? The Lord preparing it. And He will gather them. Because there is His determination as to gather the nations. There is His determination to gather them. And there is to show dread and powerful Yahweh Israel. Right? He's going to gather the nations. They're going to deal with Esau, and then the Lord going to deal with them. Set them up to deal with them. You know, but he set them up for them to get revenge as well. Because he saw he oppressed all people in all nations he oppressed. So they're going to get a vengeance too.
Yeah. Some satisfaction.
Some kind of satisfaction. And then the Lord going to turn it up on them.
That's why you're seeing Ghana now, based on the friendship with Russia, the African nations, they acquire nuclear capabilities now. So they're actually in a position where they can have a voice now because they have nuclear capabilities. Yeah. Verse 10, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
Yeah, so a place like Ghana and these places, with them have nukes. Them have nuclear weapons, you know.
Nuclear weapons.
We can. So they can say they're strong now. They can boast now.
Yeah.
We can launch back thing to it. No feel as all they alone.
And watch me. They probably done acquiring probably a couple more already. Remember, Africa is like the richest continent in the world pertaining to resources. And the resources are highly sought after by these other nations. This is why it was in Russia and China's best interest to formulate an agreement with Africa, removing America, because America was the one profiting the most. These resources help America, or the Edomites, Babylon the Great, to hold the reins of power on the earth for so long. You know, and now that the Father had put it in their hearts now for these nations to turn against America, you're realizing America in a tight spot. That is why they're looking elsewhere to see the resources they was getting here, if they could get elsewhere.
When they really watch, when they watch a nuclear missile, the capabilities that it have in terms of destruction, the stakes too high. It's not like a gun anymore. So Babylon can't just be as prideful as they would like to be, because if this small country send off one nuclear missile, it will kill a whole lot of them. You understand? It will create a great destruction in the land, just that one nuke. You understand? And then on top of that, these small countries are backed up by large countries. Right? These countries are backed by Russia, by China. You understand? So America will think twice now. So that's why the Yahweh Shemel is setting up in a way where all these nations gonna gather around the boat. And what they're gonna do, they're gonna shoot, they're gonna bend the bow. And that's how we know it ain't referring to no literal bow. Because they can't shoot an arrow that far. They can't shoot an arrow from one end of the earth to the next. So imagine that why the lake of fire. Because all these nations gonna gather with the nuclear ability and shoot all the missiles into this one landmass. It will be on fire.
Yeah, so back then when the prophets them was seeing the missiles, but they was just describing it to the technology in their era.
Can.
Referring it to arrow, pointy,
Yeah.
it a fetters,
It don't break ranks,
no.
you know. And when you look at what the prophets saw pertaining to the nuclear missiles, right? Notice when these, we say 200 million warheads fall on this land, could you imagine the devastation or the fallout from the blast? Islands going to be removed, mountains going to crumble, you know? You're going to see the whole geography of the earth basically take on a whole new shape.
The Lord said the earth shall rock, it shall shake to and fro.
Can.
These missiles. So the small, the weak, saying the strong because they have backup. And scriptures talk about, Russia going to be a god unto them. Right? So, they have backup, they're backed by Russia.
Can.
Right? So there's Isaiah 9 and verse 5. He said, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolling blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Right? This World War III. It ain't gonna be with literal arrows in ancient time out of fight with swords and things. These swords is missiles. ICBMs. Right? These were gonna be with burning. Right? And when you look at the capability of a nuclear weapon, when you understand the scripture and reading the scriptures, when the Lord say, it's gonna melt you. Right? It's gonna melt your eyes out of your socket. It's gonna melt elements. These missiles today capable of that. Of doing that. Radiation heat from that capable of doing that. The same thing we're reading in the scriptures. What was prophesied.
Like we said,
Okay.
this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, start at 3. It says, the land shall be utterly empty and utterly spoiled, for Yahweh spoken this word. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. Right? So the inhabitants of the earth are going to be burned. Now, again, that's why wisdom. Really ask yourself, if there is the end times, what could, as the brother said, what could really cause this kind of destruction? What could cause a man's eyes to melt out of its sockets? What could cause elements to be burned with fervent heat? With scripture saying, yeah, shall you come with fire, the sun and all these things. What is it really talking about? It's obvious. It could only be the thermonuclear destruction. If we could see the Bible also talking about World War III, talking about that one war is past, two wars are past, right? It all lines up to World War III. And we all know that World War III is going to be a nuclear war. It ain't going to be guns. It might be a little bit, a little bit of gun warfare, but for the most part, there will be nukes. Right? And the reason for that is because it's all up to the Most High. The Most High has constructed and devised this plan to where this is how the earth going to be destroyed. And why it's going to be destroyed? Because the earth has become defiled. Right? As the video we did previously, 56 million lives of the natives and almost 60 million lives of the so-called blacks. And that was just for slavery, for when Columbus, right? How many millions upon millions, hundreds of millions, right? Lives of the so-called blacks, natives, and the Latinos, the Israelites, the Esau, and these other nations spill, right? This earth is completely defiled by blood, defiled by the fornication, right? They're defiled by the sexual immoral acts. They're defiled by the idolatry, by the murders, by the thieving, you understand? By the foods they eat, by the technology they created, the things that they had the animals doing. Imagine they have male animals, some chemicals they put in these animals' brain and making them homosexual, right? All in manner atrocity and evil that before the face of the earth has become defiled. That's why the earth, the beauty of the earth, the beauty of Eden, which means pleasure, you can't really see it no more. You understand? Because of man, because of Esau, because of these other nations. So the Lord had to come and purge away that.
It is Isaiah 47, or start at verse 8. He said, therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that say in thy heart, I am and none else beside me. And this is how proud he saw it, and why Ethan actually so proud. Right? He said, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. When he puffed up, he feel he's the boss. He had missiles, he had this, he top ranking, and nobody can come on me. The military great, he greater than all of these other nations. They can't touch him, he untouchable easily, But here what the scripture says, verse 9. He said, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thy enchantments. And the brother was going into all these things. So the going and know the loss of children. Scripture says, if his children be multiplied, it's for the sword, destruction. It's to perish by these nukes and for slavery.
The precept we just read there with Isaiah 24 from verse 7. The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. The mirth of tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy and the harp ceaseth. They shall not drink wine with his song, strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion is broken down.
Yeah, it's gonna be better to them, the money and all these things, they ain't gonna be lavish, they ain't gonna, the money will get them out of all kind of situation. The Lord say he's not gonna require all the money, all the gold or silver. All the money not gonna profit in it. They are right. So that is gonna be better to all there, all this money I have, all these trillions,
It amount for nothing.
Nothing. Can't do nothing.
Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. In the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction.
The mirth of the land, all the wealth, that scripture say, all of them that, live off of she deliciously, and trade and thing with she, they're gonna mourn, they're gonna wail for she, because majority of these countries get rich off America too. Through trading. So when they see that, oh God, she go. Just like the man in Django. We balling for your master, when master get the bullet. Cry, oh God, no! They're going to wail, they're going to mourn for she. Right? They're going to see the smoke coming out of she. Right?
I wonder if they're going to do just like how that slave in Django do. Seek revenge.
Right? So people say within one day, within 1 hour, she shall be desolate. Right?
Peace, okay.
Go ahead.
Book of Isaiah chapter 34, verse 4. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse, the judgment. The sword of Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For Yahweh hath a sacrifice in Bozrah, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Right, so this have to come to pass. And we read in verse 4, it said the host of heaven shall be dissolved, the heaven shall be rolled together as a scroll, referring to that mushroom cloud. The after effects of a nuclear missile. Just as it said, the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree. So what the prophets were seeing You know, in the visions, when you look up, you're seeing something like it falling. Just like if you're like a fig falling off a fig tree. You understand? It falling and it hitting the ground. And it causing a great destruction. It causing the heavens, the clouds to roll together. Like in that mushroom cloud. But the Lord saying here, his soul is going to be bathed in heaven. It's filled with blood. With the blood of lambs and goats. So basically Esau, Edom, is sacrifice. You understand that? Like the Lord sacrificed, they ain't really anything. They're just gonna be sheep for the slaughter. The same way they had us. But it's the same way they had the Lord's people. You understand?
Well, they Esau heaven here. You know, so these missiles, it's gonna be the rulership. You know, it's gonna come to an end. Right? So you should say, you know, it's gonna come down upon who? I do me. Right? A lot of you all feel these people don't exist. But the scripture say in Ecclesiastes 4, there is no end of a people which have been before us. Right? These are the Edomites today. The so-called white man, the Caucasian man, who are the descendants of Esau. Right? So they're going to come down upon them. These missiles are going to come down upon them. Right? The 2nd Ezra 7 and verse 43. He said, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time and the beginning of the immortality for to come when corruption is past. Right? Esau is confusion. Babylon. Go back to our confusion. You can't tell the difference if it's a man or a woman today. You know? Right? You ain't know the difference. This is how wicked Esau is. Right?
That's why we see Ezra saying, woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days? When Ezra see all them missiles, as you said, coming down, it's literally no place to run. Where go run? You see in the sky covered with these objects, and one of these objects capable of such great destruction. Where is there left to go?
This is not no 100 missiles. This is millions of missiles gonna be shot.
Millions.
Into the sky, and when you watch the movie 300, we say the arrows will blot out the sun.
Yeah, boy.
Right? These missiles are gonna blot out the sun.
Yeah.
Right? The mushroom cloud is gonna be in gross darkness, gloominess, darkness. Right? They are coming, and they're gonna come down upon Babylon the Great. Right? They're gonna come down upon America. Thus said Yahweh Shem Yoshai.
The book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the hole of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Right? Because that's the only way you're going to be able to be saved. You gotta be removed, you know, by way of the chariots, right? Which you people know as UFOs. Right? So the Lord is going to come with his chariots, and he's going to deliver the elect. And that's why it's, no, this is twofold. Now, as the apostles break it down, they say here, this is literally us being removed from the earth. But also, before the physical removal, you must have a spiritual removal first. Right? So that's why I was trying to say, it's not necessarily, roughly paraphrasing, not necessarily that you have to remove your physical self from the world, but more so your mind. Right? Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So you come out of this place spiritually first, and then that physical salvation should come. But verse 5, it says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and power hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. In the cup which she had filled, fill to her double. Jump down to verse 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is Yahweh power who judgeth her. So again, how is Babylon going? And we know this is not the literal Babylon coming in the book of Revelation. You understand? So they're talking about the spiritual Babylon, which is America. How is America gonna be utterly burned with fire? Right? What could cause America to be utterly burned with fire? Right? And it's saying reward on America is gonna be rewarded double. Now I want you to think about all the things America had done. Imagine, ever since America came into independence, they have never seen peace. They have always been constantly at war with their own people and with these other nations. How much bombs they have dropped, how much nukes they dropped, how much people they kill, watch how much things they do to these other nations, and much more unto the so-called blacks, Latinos, and the natives. All the bloodshed, all the pain and the sorrow Babylon caused. And now the Most High is saying to reward her double. So what could possibly reward Esau double for what he had done? That thermonuclear destruction. Because we see what went on in World War II when he dropped it on Japan. And now millions of that, more advanced, more powerful coming onto him. So imagine the destruction that will befall him.
Yeah. In the Revelation 9, start at 15 to 16. Let's precept in this material first.
9:15.
Yeah.
Revelation chapter 9 verse 15. The four angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour, and a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the third part of men. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them.
So mountain missiles are gonna rain. Alright, let's talk about they get Job 20 and 23.
Look at Job chapter 20 verse 23. When he is about to fill his belly, power shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
Yeah, when you look up this and read it in the other translation, it actually says missiles. Lord gonna rain his missiles upon him. So when he's about to fill his belly, and gathering all these things, and hey, you're gonna die. You're gonna be splat. You're going to know the loss of children. You're gonna feel how it is feel. To know the loss of children. When you see your children getting dashed into pieces. Because they what these missiles are gonna do. They're gonna be dashed into pieces. They're gonna melt. Liquid. Right? The blast, there's that destroying wind. That radiation, the fire ain't even matter to touch them. That's that radiation alone.
People just forget is the man them thing just said with that impact too. Men thinking you gotta be real close for you to like feel the explosion. No matter just hit the earth with that impact. And then if it's millions of them hitting, imagine the impact, imagine the blast radius, imagine the radiation. You understand? That's why the scripture says it'll be like warm, it will be a bitter time. Real bitter.
But we're more bitter. Hello?
I remember some of them go hit in the water too. That could create tsunamis as well. You understand? So it's a real disaster coming with them missiles. What quick precept here? The book of Psalms chapter 91 verse 7. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
And the leg gonna see it. They're gonna have that bird's eye view. When they get delivered on the chariots, they're gonna see the fall of the enemies. They're gonna see Babylon burn. They're gonna see it. How we gonna rejoice? And glorify our Basham Yoshai that the Lord deliver the poor out of the hands. That is too strong for me. Lord deliver me out of the hands of our enemy, because he is an enemy. These Caucasian men, these descendants of Esau, they are enemies. Right? And the Lord will deliver we out of the hands of the oppressor. you know, with the chariots, you know, what we looking for? And scripture say, you know, they're gonna be amazed to see the strangeness of our salvation. You know, that same. Imagine, you know, when these chariots, you know, they come to take us up in that light. That light ain't gonna hurt us, but it's gonna hurt them. That blast, what's gonna come out? These lasers gonna come out. Hey, gonna destroy them. Gonna destroy the enemy. Because the Lord, when I read in if I can get Zechariah 5, the Lord said these are the things that are gonna enter into the house of the thieves. There's the curse that goes over the face of the earth. You know? This is why I think what the President Ronald Reagan, you know, we was talking about, you know, hey, we have a natural enemy, these, you know, these aliens them. You know, we had a gotta, you know, and come together as one to fight these enemies, to fight these aliens. You know what comment, go ahead.
Zechariah, what you said? 5. From what verse?
Chapter 1.
This is Zechariah chapter 5 from verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes, and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off, as on that other side according to it. And I will bring it forth again, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name.
And who is the thieves? Are we still in the hands of the oppressor? We can get Exodus 21 and 16.
Book of Exodus chapter 21 verse 16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death.
And guess what? We're still in the hands of Esau.
And
Right? We ain't free. Right? A lot of we have, you know, a birth paper. It's a social security number. All that is former ownership. Right? You know, a lot of these jakes thinking today that they're free, you know, they emancipate. Or they emancipate into the hands of the devil. Or they're still in his hands. And the Lord gonna come and meet us in his hands. Right? That's why they were saying, the Lord gonna come and deliver we out of the hands that is too strong for thee. We can't free ourselves. We can't free ourselves from these bodies. Much less the enemy. There's only one man. That's why Yahushua gained that title, boy. He saves, boy. He is salvation, boy. The deliverer, boy. But we need a deliverer. We need saving. I'm telling you, we need saving in this place. We can't do it ourselves. We need a power. Right? We can't go up against Esau. We can't. Right? Remember, it's the Lord will bless Esau with his sword. You know, the Lord gave he that blessing. They just not any ordinary man. It's the Lord gave that blessing. God, who was Isaac? And so he was blessed. You know? So we had to use tools. We had to use our blessing. Right? To work against Esau. We blessed us to fear your Bashem Yoshai, have faith in your Bashem Yoshai. That the Lord gonna make us his weapons of war. The scripture said that he's gonna use Israel. Israel gonna be his battle axe and his weapon of war. You know? Jeremiah 16:16. Right? He's gonna send for hunters. We Lord's willing, we part of the elect. Hey, to be those hunters going for these elites in the bunkers. Right? The time coming, you know, all will be revealed. Right? As Apocalypse says in X-Men, all is revealed. Right? It's going and revealed. These the words that Yahweh Hashem Yoshai, and it will surely come. You know, I think.
One more day. Tobacco say there's Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 18. It says wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroyed much good. Right? So our weapons are greater than Esau's weapons. Because Esau's weapons could only reach a certain level. You know, Esau's weapons could only reach the flesh. But our weapons no way further and beyond. You understand? Because wisdom, which is this life, that bringing forth immortality. That bringing forth a power that Esau will never be able to receive. Understand? And they know that. That's why they always try to replicate the power. They try to replicate with this exoskeleton, you know, to make your body stronger, different medicine, and all these various things to replicate what it is they know they can't get. You know, they create the gun, they create the missile, tanks, jets, planes, all these various things. All they could do is merely replicate the power. But their planes are not like a chariot. And their exoskeletons and their soldiers will never be like an angel. You understand? So Esau power, Yahushua bless Esau. But remember, Yahushua bless Jacob too. You understand? And Jacob's blessing is greater than Esau's blessing. So when the time comes, and just like in the movie Thor, when Odin get Thor back his hammer, when the Lord give us back our power, and give us those celestial bodies, and we blessing. You'll see who blessing greater. You'll see who really on top. Because what could Esau do against immortality? How could you inflict pain? You can't kill, you can't inflict pain, you can't cut, you can't do anything. You'll be helpless. Just like we helpless and call on Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you gonna be helpless, but the difference is you have nobody to call on. So you just have to accept that fate.
Scripture say the portion of Jacob is not like unto him, but he's the former old thing. Okay? You know, and with that, you know, because very fine, we like to give all praises and glory unto the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Basham Yahushai Basham Makapadash. I like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of great mercy and well. Peace and salutation to the Akim Lemori, pushing the gospel and sincerity and truth. Daily brother from Trinidad Camp saying Shalom.
Shalom.